bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
Bang, oh, you, chitty chitty bang bang, pretty chitty bang bang, we love you.
Oh, yes. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh, what a tune.
Near, far, in a motor car, oh, what a happy time we'll spend.
Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
A fine four-fendered friend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
Our fine four-fendered friend, chitty bang bang, chitty.
It is Christmas. I remember bouncing up and down on a mini trampoline that had been bought as my Christmas gift, watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty chitty bang bang, we love you.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang meant that it was Christmas. I was guaranteed an afternoon of sitting in front of the telly with all my chocolates that I'd got out of those little stockings. I could scoff those in peace because it was my Chitty Chitty Bang Bang moment.
Fine four-fendered, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, fine four-fendered, chitty chitty friend.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang evokes memories of a car being built out of bits of their house. And I remember him pulling off bit of the chimney breast to make the bonnet of the car, and the kids waiting at the window to see what the car was going to look like when it came out, and I couldn't wait for this thing to be revealed when it came out, and it flew, and it was a boat, and it was the most perfect car in the world.
Chitty was originally a book by James Bond creator Ian Fleming. The film was made by the team that had just made the Bond classic You Only Live Twice.
The connection with the Bond people and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was absolutely perfect for Chitty. The special effects, which Bond films were so famous for, were wonderful for us, especially for the flying car.
Everyone wanted a car like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Didn't they have a little model with little wings that pulled out? And you just wanted it to just sort of throw magic dust over it, and it just came into a real proper big size.
It must have been the worst day ever at Corgi headquarters when somebody said, "We've got the franchise for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang," and they're like, "Oh dear God, what's that meant to be?" It's a boat, it's a car, it's a flying car boat.
I supposedly renovate the car, which was an old wreck, and then it takes on magical properties of its own after that.
There's this bit where Dick Van Dyke starts telling a story to his children, and then you go into this fantasy sequence.
That is a private yacht of the notorious Baron Bombers.
Baron Bombers?
Let go! Oh, yeah. I want it! Are you giving me an argument?
It's a wonderful story. It's not dated. You could look at it and it could be any time, at any place, and it's enchanting and it's a fairy story.
Someone to do.
My sister and I used to look at the boy and the girl who were acting in it and just thought, oh gosh, to be in a film, to be doing that, what a fantastic job. The kids are always so posh. They're all so posh, but they have kind of, you know, a go-get-em kind of attitude which almost comes from the streets but doesn't quite. When did children ever talk like that?
Daddy, we didn't go to school today.
Oh. Well, it'll give the other children a chance to catch up, won't it? Run along, children.
Bye!
They seemed to like me straight away, except for my Scottish accent, which they said, oh, that wasn't a problem, they'd get rid of it, which sounded a bit ominous.
Has he kissed her yet? Not yet. Well, just as soon as he kisses her, then they'll have to get married.
It's one of those big occasions where they decide to see every child who can walk in the country under the age of 9.
Adrian and I didn't see any other kids for 14 months, and we always got on fine. I mean, we only had each other, but it didn't feel like we had to get on. There wasn't a problem getting on.
It influenced what I wanted to do. Why on earth would I want to go back into the real world after having done something like that?
We've got sausage tart and marmalade roll.
I'm afraid I got them a little mixed up.
You truly scrumptious. You two are truly scrumptious.
I think you're beautiful. And I like your car.
The name Truly Scrumptious really kind of concerned me because I've never lived it down. Even here I am at this grand old age. People call me Truly Scrumptious and it makes me roar with laughter.
Truly scrumptious. You're truly, truly scrumptious. Scrumptious as a cherry peach parfait.
I think Sally Ann Howes was truly scrumptious. I think she was just that character. I can't think of better casting for it. I was deeply in love with her at the age of 8, and I probably still am now.
Oh, how nice to hear that he still likes me.
You're the answer to our wishes.
She was stunningly beautiful. I've never been close to anyone that dressed like that and looked like that and could sing like that.
Scrumptious as the breeze across the bay.
I adored the character of Truly Scrumptious, but I was able to leave her behind when I finished the film. I was able to get back to my less perfect person.
Truly Scrumptious. That was one of the first words I ever wanted to spell. And I still can.
The child catcher. The best part in film history. In the middle of this film, which is about the universal worship of what children like, you get a child catcher.
There are children here somewhere. I can smell them.
After watching that film, I had to sleep in Mum and Dad's bed for 2 nights.
I think we've got them.
I don't even know if he was an actor. I think he could well have been an actual child catcher. I can always remember hiding behind the couch and finding my father next to me, because he was terrified of him as well.
The Baroness will have your teeth for a necklace and your eyeballs for earrings.
Is that nose? I mean, we got a couple of noses in our gang, but like, he had a hooter on him, and he used to definitely jump behind the settee. I think, oh no, don't follow him, don't follow him.
I remember lollipops, ice cream, all free today.
Lollipops!
Guy was a ballet dancer apparently, it was a Royal Ballet.
Ice cream! And all free today.
He's got a 19th century ice cream van that turns into a prison. Children still today are threatened with, you know, if you don't get up them stairs now to bed, we're going to send the child catcher after you. Terrifying.
What is it? What's happened?
The children! He took the children!
The music was written by the same duo that had composed the score for Mary Poppins, the Sherman Brothers.
What do you see? You people gazing at me.
You know, if you have a dozen children, and so who's your favorite? I mean, you love them all. I love the score. I love the whole score.
How can you tell? I'm under a spell.
The Sherman Brothers are the most accommodating and kind-spirited couple I've ever met.
Toot, sweet, toot, sweet.
The candies you whistle, the whistles you eat.
Oh, the old bamboo, of course, the old bamboo. It was the old bamboo, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's why it's Mary Poppins.
Anybody crazy enough to write supercalifragilisticexpialidocious would be capable of writing a song about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And we were.
I think Chitty Chitty Bang Bang's probably the best. But I thought it was My Fine Fair Weathered Friend, but it's Fine Four Fended Friend.
You, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, we love you. And our Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang loves us too. High, low, anywhere we go on Chitty Chitty we depend. Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, our fine four-fended friend. Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, our fine four-fended friend.
It's got some kind of, magic and childhood delight about it. That's why people like it.
A phantasmagorical machine.
I dare say I'll be surrounded by people who've been really kind of cynical and sniping at it, but I'm not, because it's just a great kids' film, and I will hear nothing against it.
Can you imagine trying to pitch this story to a studio executive now?
It's a symbol of what can be done with imagination and dreams and the desire to do a good thing, giving that extra dimension just for love.
As someone who maintains a working fleet of reindeer, I can tell you that it's